Welcome to Drink Wine Be Crafty. I'm Megan. Today I'm continuing Macrame A to Z series and we're doing the letter J. You will need 2 colors of rope for this project. I'm going to start by attaching color 1 using a vertical double half hitch knot, which is the only knot used for this project. And for this first row we'll be doing all color 1, so it'll be 10 of color 1 all the way down, doing vertical double half hitch knots. Now for row 2, reverse your work and do 1 of color 1, and then I'll show you how to attach color 2 and how to come back to continue with color 1. So once we finish this color 1, grab your second color and we're going to attach color 2 going in the opposite direction. You tie it on the same, but you're going a different direction, so the tail will be facing the opposite way of the first piece of rope that you attached. And then just tie on color 2, and you're going to do 8 of color 2, and then I'll show you how to come back to color 1. Instead of tying on new rope, I just dropped color 1 and now I'm picking it back up and going directly behind that row of color 2 that I just did to tie on my final color 1 for this row. So you're going to reverse your work for row 3 and repeat what you just did for row 2. You're going to do 1 of color 1, 8 of color 2, and 1 of color 1. Now for row 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're going to mirror each other. So what we're going to do for row 4 is we're going to do 3 of color 1, 2 of color 2, and then 5 of color 1. And then for row 5, you actually reverse that. So then you do 5 of color 1, 2 of color 2, and 3 of color 1. And then you repeat that same pattern for 6 and 7. Now we are at row 8, and rows 8 and 9 will mirror one another. So we have, for row 8, we're going to do 3 of color 1, 2 of color 2, 2 of color 1, 2 of color 2, and 1 of color 1. So there's a lot of color change on this one. And I am going to run out of color 1, so I'm going to have to attach some more, which is no problem. You can always add more rope when needed. And for row 9, you're going to reverse that. So it's going to be 1 of color 1, 2 of color 2, 2 of color 1, 2 of color 2, and 3 of color 1. We are now at row 10, and row 10 will be 3 of color 1, 6 of color 2, and 1 of color 1. And now for row 11, we are going to do 2 of color 1, 4 of color 2, and 4 of color 1. And we have made it to our final row. Row 12 is going to be 10 of color 1, and we will finish letter J with this row. If you guys are enjoying this, you want to know when my next letter will be, definitely remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be doing more of these more often so we can get through the alphabet. You can make something pretty. So definitely remember to subscribe and let me know if you have any feedback. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.